पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय पौत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलातुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननति कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। अतः श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ त्रयोदशाध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच chapter is called क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ योग क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ विभाग योग. Difference between discerning difference between kshetra and the kshetrajna. Kshetra, the field of experience. Kshetrajna, one who knows the field of experience. We were learning some values starting from from verse number 8. We'll chant those values again. Sorry. If you can get to memorize these values, they form very good meditative verses. Okay, let's verse number 8. Shri Bhagavanuvacha amanitvam madam vitvam ahimsa shantirarjavam acharyopasanam shaucham स्थैर्यम् आत्मविनिग्रहः इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिर् अनभिष्वङ्गः पुत्रदारगृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टो निष्टोपपत्तिषु. Okay, we saw up to this. We are going to do that. Next, we just saw the introduction to the next three values. We will go through that. See, when you look at an earlier value, anahankara, that means you should be free from ahankara. Ahankara means sense of doership, not just arrogance. It is a sense of doership. I am doing the whole thing. Hey, who do you think does this? I am the organizer behind this. I am doing this. This I am doing. Getting a certain ownership. I am doing. So if you have to be free from ahankara, anahankara, where will you peg this I? Somebody has to become karta. Where will you peg this I? So a value which will help you peg the I. Mai chanamya yogena bhaktiravyabhicharini avyabhicharini bhakti, unwavering devotion. So let's look at this word. Avyabhicharini, unwavering, undistracted devotion to whom? My, in me. Unwavering devotion in me. Okay? And it's a beautiful word used here. Why one? Many words. Avyabhicharini. Okay? Then, word. Yeah. That's Avyabhicharini bhakti. Ananya yoga. Ananya yoga. No other pursuit. An amazing word. Yoga here is used to say no pursuit or something. Ananya yoga. Other than unwavering devotion to me, you have no other pursuit. That is what is called for. That will take care of ahankara. Let's look at this. Ananya bhakti. Avyabhicharani ananya bhakti. Now, many of us are distracted. So let's say we are Bhagavad Gita students. And on Monday we do Bhagavad Gita. And there's a social media platform, you will be going through that. Somebody there will come and tell you, I am what is called, teaching you shadow healing. I saw something there, I was fascinated. Shadow healing. Somebody will come with some idea, marketing something, shadow healing. Another person comes and says they'll give you a device. That device, if you attach it, it will limit some frequencies, it will heal you. I'm not dismissing any of them, but I'm only saying what are the things available in the market. And any of them can distract you. Any of them. To have a certain commitment to Ishvara Bhakti is not easy. That's why Krishna reinforces Mai cha ananya yogena avyabhicharini bhakti. So let's understand. Do you understand what's the purpose of your life? If you do, done. Wonderful. Because much earlier in one of the chapters, Krishna said, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeha kurunantana. You should be clear about the purpose of your life, which can be only one. You can't have multiple purposes in your life. There has to be only one purpose, and all other purposes have to subserve that purpose. If you have multiple purposes, काम नहीं चलेगा. ये भी चलेगा, वो भी चलेगा, नहीं चलेगा. So, are you? Let's ask ourselves this question. Ask this question to you without even honestly. Do you know what's the purpose of your life? Some people will say, especially, India has a very large middle class. Working class, they're called working class. Upwardly moving. They will say, I want to retire. Is that the purpose of your life? I want to retire with a corpus. Then, and during the period, I would have taken a loan or something. After repaying the loan, I want to sit on the terrace of the. Ah, this is the purpose of your. Now I'm reminded of a story, a very beautiful story. There was a fellow lying on the banks of a river in Bengal, River Hooghly. Okay, as it was approaching the Ganga Sagar at that point of time, a fisherman was lying on the coast, and next to him were two huge fish. Huge money, huge, really long ones. Each one weighing about 30-40 kgs. And he was lying next to the fish and relaxed. So there was a rich businessman came. He said, where did you catch this fish from? He said, here. He said, you could have caught a few more, no? He said, yeah, I could have caught. Why didn't you catch? He said, I didn't feel like. He said, you know what could have achieved if you had caught a few more? He said, what would have happened? Well, you kept two, and what are you going to do with these two? This is two I'm going to take home, and we are going to family, we are going to have dinner. But today and tomorrow we are going to use this fish. So nice fish dish dinner, you know? 3 times a day we are going to have fish. He says, if you had caught a few more, you know what could I have done? Now what could have I done? You would have sold it in the market. So that's. And what will I get? You will get money. Okay, what will I do with the money? You can buy a net. Achha. So what will I do with the net? No, you can put the net at strategic points. Instead of 4, you could catch 40 fish. Is it what will I do with 40? 2 you keep, 38 you sell in the market. What will I get? You will get more money. So I'll get more money. And what will I do with more money? You can buy nylon nets. So I'll buy nylon nets. What will I do with nylon nets? These nylon nets will not be damaged easily. They will last a long time. And these, the ordinary nets can be broken by the fish. These nylon nets cannot be broken by the fish. You will catch other, other creatures from under the sea and things like that. I said, okay, what will I do? He says, you keep 2 at home and the rest you sell in the market. So what will I do with them? What will I get? You will get much more money. Is it wonderful? What will I do with much more money? I said, you can buy a boat. He said, I have one. No, you can buy a motor boat. So what will I do with the motor boat? No, you can motor to more catchment area, fish catchment area. One catchment area means rain catchment area, where more fish are available. I don't know what they call. Maybe it's a catchment area. Where more fish is. Schools of porpoise and fish, they're all available. You can go to that area with your nylon nets. You can also employ a couple of fellows and you can catch more fish. So what will I do with them? He said, you can earn more money, you can build a house for yourself, you can have a freezer where you can store all the fish. What will I do with them? Sell in the market. Then you can catch more fish with the money. You can export. You can become a big seafood exporter. What will I do with all the money? You will earn in dollars. So what will I do with them? You will have lots of money. You can buy a schooner. You can buy planes. You can have bank balances in India and abroad. You can travel and you can relax. Fellow said, Babuji, please tell me one thing. What am I doing now? I'm relaxing only, no? I've got 2 fish and I'm relaxing. See, I'm not saying don't fish. The fellow who says, go fish, make money so that you can relax, does not know the purpose of life at all. So if you do not know the purpose of life, your pursuits are endless. No, the limitless pursuit. And if you know the purpose of your life, all your purpose All your pursuits become meaningful and they align with the purpose of your life. They subserve the purpose of your life. Krishna introduces this and he says, Maicha Nanya Yogena Bhakti Avyabhicharini. Make me the pursuit of your life, the singular pursuit of your life. The only thing worth pursuing is me, Krishna. Two ways to look at it. Look at Krishna separate from you, Lord staying somewhere. All powerful, Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Vyapi, he can be anytime, anywhere. Sarvagyaha, knows everything. Okay, he has so much karuna, he's a Bhakta Vatsala, he can give you anything you want. Just about anything you want. Imagine your total devotion to that kind of Ishvara Bhakti. What's the spin-off? It's not a spin-off, it's a direct result. You know what? You lose fear. Because without such a settled purpose, you are competing with so many people. This fellow is fishing with that fellow, there'll be one Bangladeshi fisherman there. So you are competing. And in competition, there's always fear. There is competition, it develops into cutthroat competition. He will get some technology, you will get some technology, you will cut each other's throat, and somebody else will make them. In competition, there is fear. There is fear of failure. There is a fear of your catch failing. There is fear of your fish not being in demand. Kya karoge bhai? Whereas, if you have a single point devotion called Ishvara, Sarva Shaktiman will take care of everything. Where is the fear? Still not convinced, no? Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time when you were a child. You wanted so many things. You wanted so many things. But you wanted Avyabhicharani Bhakti of one person, getting which everything else was assured to you. That person was called Papa. Nice song, no? Papa Jaldi Ajana. You are waiting for your Papa. Avyabhicharani Bhakti. Once Papa comes and you hold his hand, everything that you are afraid whether this person will give it to you, not give it to you, whether they will afford it, not afford it, all fears gone. You want to get a Papa back home. हमको और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Let Papa come home. Coffee चाहिए नहीं चाहिए. Chocolate चाहिए नहीं चाहिए. Papa चाहिए. When Papa comes means everything else is taken care of. My child, the same thing extrapolate as a grown. We are all grown up babies now. As children, you were carrying green balloon, blue balloon, yellow balloon. Now you are carrying balloons which are shaped differently. That's all. You want iPhone 16. Those are the balloons that you are carrying. You want some labels. You want some brand. You want a branded outfit. You want to be in an exclusive club. Others should not be admitted. That's the beauty. See, that I am in an exclusive club is another thing. But others should not be admitted. Look at the exclusivity that you want. So we are still looking after balloons. And as long as you're trying to, there's always fear. One balloon you let go, boom, it'll go away. Somebody will burst. Anything can happen. But suppose you had Papa and he took care of everything. So the grown-up child, Avyabhicharini Bhakti, Maicha Nandya Yogena, Avyabhicharini Bhakti. Hold on to me. You have no fear about anything else. Something similar to this you have read somewhere? Ananyas Chintai will come. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Ye jana paryupasate. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Your yoga, your shema, aham vahami. I'll take care, buddy. Hold on to me. I am Sarvajya. I am Sarva Shaktiman. I am Sarva Vyapi. Who can give you better results? Hold on to me. This is first level bhakti. Let's go to the next level of it. The entire Bhagavad Gita takes us towards maturity, okay? Inner maturity, emotional maturity. Hey, physically, we all grow. Eating, overeating, undereating, whatever you do, you will go. Even buffaloes grow. But for growing from inside, you need to take an initiative. Bhagavad Gita is the initiative one takes to grow into an emotionally mature human being. You need to be a grown-up person. You should be grown up between the years. That's what my Guruji used to say. Grow tall between the years. Not preoccupying with puck. Grow in maturity. So let's go to the second level. Let's go to the second. We are all studied earlier. Everything is a recall only. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have adhikara, control over action alone. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. The results are not in your hands. The karma phaladata is Ishvara. You are a karta. The karma will produce a phalam. The karma phaladata is Ishvara. It's not in your hands. So, what do? Results are of four types. Just to recall everything we have studied. Results, four types of results are possible. Expected results, more than expected results, less than expected results, right the opposite results. All four are possible. And if you are going to blame yourself as a failure based on the results which were never in your hands in the first place, is it wisdom? What else do you call it? See, you are saying, I am a failure because it rained somewhere. It is not in your hands anyway. So, recognize me as the karma phaladata. Put your effort in the karma, results will come to you. Learn to accept the results with Ishvara Prasada Buddhi. Do your karma with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. You are free from the fear or sense of failure. Avyabhicharani bhakti. Are kuch bhi ho, Ishwar dega phal. When will it happen? Ishwar will take care. Ishwara has brought me to this position. हमें ईश्वर ने मिलाया है. ईश्वर इस मिलन का फल भी देगा. It is Ishvara. I am not worried. It will work out. That is called Avyabhicharani Bhakti, second level. Let's go a little further. So much in this. What is the purpose of your life? Ishvara Darshanam. Getting results. Let's see one more. In fact, that's the ultimate. I don't want to see Ishvara. I want to know Ishvara. I want to know Ishvara. How do I know Ishvara? So for knowing Ishvara, I have to look at Ishvara. And when I look at Ishvara, what do I get? I get the form of Ishvara. Like me. I want to have Ishvara with a different form. So I put 10 heads sometime. I put 4 heads. 6 heads. 6 heads means I must give him 12 arms. Because 1 head, 2 arms. Okay. Like that, you have to give him some forms. But what are you seeing? Forms. And forms are? Forms are anatma. Anything seen, yat drishyam tat jadam. Whatever I see is anatma. So what is atma? Ishvara's content is atma. Krishna's form is not Krishna. Content is Krishna. My form is not me. My content is me. So the gold ornament is not gold. The content is gold. This side, the form is not gold. The content is gold. So what is it? Left side is equal to right side. Quad para demonstrandum. This is Ishvara. Tat tvam asi. The Ishvara that you want to see is he. Have darshan. See properly, insightfully. That's why Kabir sang, Guru Gobind do khade काके लागू पाँव बलिहारी गुरु आपने गोविंद दियो बता. He showed that I am not different from Govinda. In content, Govinda and this BMS, the owner of this BMS, are just one and the same. Now it is knowledge. Yes, you have, after that, the Shastra has made it clear to you. It's clear for you. It's clear enough. But the clarity doesn't stay with you. For that clarity to stay with you, you have to constantly be in this Puna Punya Shravanam Kuryat. Please keep listening. Puna Shravanam. Be in the company of people who talk about Ishvara Aikyam. Puna Punya Shravanam Kuryat. So if that purpose, knowing Ishvara is not different from me, is the purpose, all other pursuits become meaningful. What are other pursuits for? To give me patrata to be able to understand Ishvara when he is revealed to me. So there are two types of pursuit. Jnana yogyata prapti, jnana prapti. So jnana prapti is your settled pursuit. Jnana yogyata prapti are pursuits aligned with your settled pursuit. If your settled pursuit is unsettled, then you don't know it is yogyata, that it becomes ayogyata. It becomes some kind of either se udhar, है ना? What was that song? नीचे से ऊपर को नीचे से आना जाना पड़ता है ना? There's a song. और रिंग मास्टर के घोड़े पर घोड़ा जो भूख है, तरह तरह नाच के दिखाना यहाँ पड़ता है, बार बार रोना और गाना यहाँ पड़ता है, हीरो से जो कर बन जाना पड़ता है. ए भाई, all philosophy, man, all Vedanta there. If you are clear about your pursuit, if your settled pursuit is clear, all other pursuits get aligned and become meaningful. Maicha nanya yogena bhakti avyabhicharini. This is what Krishna means in this verse. Let's look at the next one. Maicha nanya yogena bhakti avyabhichar. Now, for this to happen, for this kind of bhakti to happen, there are certain requirements. First, all those qualifications were given, amanitvam, adambitvam. So this strengthens that. Amanitvam, adambitvam, you have to work on them. Once this is clear, that those pursuits become aligned, settled. And for us to have this abhyabhicharini bhakti, you need something else. What else? Vivikta desha sevitvam. Vivikta desha sevitvam. Vivikta desha sevi. One who is inclined to go to places which are secluded, in which distractions are, okay, not distractions, in which you don't have to handle a situation. It doesn't mean going to forest, okay? It doesn't mean going to a forest. There'll be mosquitoes and all kinds of insects and reptiles and other predators which can make your life miserable. So going to forest is not what is. When they say Vivikta Desha, go to a forest. Where is forest these days? And if you go to forest and you choose a forest, there could be other, there could be flying insects, crawling insects, reptiles. That's not what is meant. Vivikta Desha Sevitvam means a Vivikta Desha Sevi is a person who does not have to deal with what he sees. Yeah. Let's say you are in a place and you want to do Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktiya Vyabhicharini. What are the things you have to deal with in a city, in a big apartment complex? Somebody next door may be doing Papa Papa. Then somebody would have passed away somewhere in Tamil Nadu, they will go conch and beat the bells. Somebody must be cooking masala vada next door. Somebody will be cooking some other food. You have to deal with so many things. So what do? You go away to a far off place. You have to deal there. Because when you look at your mobile, that Shiva's, like the three vibhuti marks on Shiva's head. When you look at the mobile, the three marks are missing. No connection. Gone. Your meditation is gone. Your meditation, you will go all over the place. Get connection. You have to deal with the situation. Will I get food? Will I get water? The mountain is barren, too grassy. So you go to a place where you don't have to deal with the situation. So it could be forests, woods, I won't call it woods. There's a lot of peace. A park, maybe. Park. It could be in your own house, some secluded corner where you're not disturbed. When you go and sit there, people know not to disturb you. It could be in your own house. In India, we have an amazing place called temple. Temples were constructed huge. In one part, there was a congregation. They will sit together, finalize weddings, and Punal and all these things are going on. You will also have quiet corners where you can sit and meditate. So a Vivikta Desha Sevi is a person who is inclined to look for places where he could do manan with a peace, so that this doesn't have to deal with the situation. No noise. You're not bothered whether network is there. Okay, very often it happens. You sit down, somebody will ring the bell. They will ring the bell. Somebody will say, I say, okay, can you leave it here? No, sir, we need an OTP. So I have to search for OTP. I don't have to deal with the situation. That is called Vivikta Desha Sevi. And the attitude which the Vivikta Deshi Sevi carries with him is called Vivikta Desha Sevitva. You want to practice something. You want to practice music. You can't practice in cacophony. You have to sit in silence. You have to go to a place where there isn't much disturbance. Okay? Vivikta Desha Sevitvam. Then comes one more value. Aratijana Samsadi. So the whole verse will be Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktiya Vyabhicharini Vivikta Desha Sevitvam Aratijana Samsadi. Jana Samsadi. So when you go to a place, a secluded place, that means you want to be away from people who tend to disturb you, who are inclined to disturb you. Arati Jana Samsadi. What is it, Arati? Rati means attracted. Arati means there is not too much of a compulsion to look for people. If you are alone, you have to confront yourself. Very often people don't want to be alone because they have to confront themselves. Now there's a very beautiful device. You can be alone, but you're not alone because you don't have to confront yourself. You can do that. A time will come when this thumb alone will be there in your hand. All other fingers may disappear. Because this is the only thing used. So you're actually escaping. You're not able to confront yourself. You're not I will not even say confront yourself. I'll put a tough word. You are not comfortable being with yourself. If you are alone, what are the thoughts? Have you tried? What are the thoughts? See, put this device away for some time. Don't listen to music. Just be alone for some time. What are the thoughts? So if you are on the wrong side of 60, we'll go back to earlier times and saying, what are the chances you missed? If you are on the less than 40 years, you will say, what are the opportunities? I'm earning so much. The opportunities are missing. If you are between 50 and 60, you are again in another duvida. You want to do a lot of things, but you don't fit into anything. At least after 60, you are convinced nobody will give you a job. But when 50 and 60, you are convinced. And all these government retired people, they want to hang on to their old post. I worked in an institution. After retirement, the fellow will say, can you give me directorship in a bank? Can you give me ombudsman? Can you make me consultant? Hanging around because you are not able to confront yourself alone. You are not comfortable being alone. Arati Jana Samsadi. Jana Samsadi means where there is a gathering of people. Uh, it is not that you are averse to people. Okay, that also is a problem. I can't stand people. That is aversion. That also is a problem. When I say Arati Jana Samsadi, it's a longing for company. It's a certain longing. It is happening. It leads to disease like dementia and things like that. Essentially because you don't know how to keep yourself out. There is a longing. And when there is a longing, you are physically not fit to go there. Because for you, even going to the washroom and coming back is a project. Walking from kitchen to your living, then during your days when you are living well, when you had a lot of money, you got a 4-bedroom dining drawing split level house that splits you apart now, walking from living room to the bedroom and back. Every place is a project. You can't walk. And all you know, nobody is willing to come and spend time with you. Now the youngsters are anyway not interested. Come and listening to your stories. Coca-Cola is available for 15 paise. I never spend more than 25. Who is interested in listening to all these stories? So the fellows who come there are old people who also have so old stories. Remember Bhajagovind. Balastavat Krida Saktaha. Tarunastavat Taruni Saktaha. Vriddhastavat Chinta Saktaha. You enjoy reading stories. There's one story which makes a big round. It has gone viral. There was an old man who went to a mobile phone shop and he said, my phone is not working properly. He checked. He said, sir, perfectly okay, sir. What is the problem? He said, I don't know, but I don't receive calls from my children. So you like it. You see this poor fellow. And with these kind of thoughts, you will be saddled, collecting more muck inside. So, longing for company, longing for people to do somebody, kushalam, they say the kushal mangal pucho. People say, how are you, sir? And people are afraid to ask you, why? Because you had an appendicitis operation 40 years ago, you will tell a 2 or 3 hour story on that operation. Who is interested in listening to all this? So, general, no reflection on it. So, we become, that's our Swami used to say, you become one munumunuttan. You're constantly grumbling about something. Vivikta Desha Sevitva is a certain inclination to spend time with yourself, not spend time. Be comfortable with yourself, be comfortable with being myself, without looking at the body. I wish I had done this, I wish I was healthy enough, and things like that. And Arati Jana Samsadi is you don't long for company. The company that is blessed with you, you are blessed with, you are happy with the company. You don't long for company. But if you have outlets and all these things, you go for an EV walk, meet some people, you play and you have some fun. That's not frowned upon at all. This longing, what he says, Arati Jana Samsadi. So, Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktiyabhya Vicharini Vivikta Desha Sevitvam Arati Jana Samsadi. Now comes to the last 2 values. Started with Amanitvam, Adambitvam. We come to the last two values. Now these are called consolidating values. The other are secondary or other preparatory values. These are foundation values. Bunyadi. This is the Bunyad, foundation. The others are peripheral or preparatory. Okay. What are the foundation values? Adhyatmanyana nityatvam tattvanyana artha darshanam. Very powerful, very, very powerful. Powerful, very meaningful. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. What is the narrative which runs in your system? Adhyatma. What is the narrative? Check. Either I have to do something, do something, do something, or I have to get somebody to do something, do something, do something. Or going back. Why did that fellow do something to me? Why did not do this to me? These are your narratives. Why didn't I do that? Regret. Why did he do it to me? Hurt. What should I do? What shouldn't I do? Anxiety. Fear. This is what the narrative is. The teacher gives you another main purpose. Main purpose. We talked about main purpose. Maicha Nanya Yogena Bhakti Avyabhicharini. How to go about that? Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. We need to look at it a little carefully. We have what is called Shastra. And what is the subject matter of Shastra? Not for you to become fat, thin, become immortal, and then body becomes strong. That is not the purpose of Shastra. The purpose of Shastra is to reveal to you that what you want to achieve, you've already achieved. You just have to know it. You just have to. It's like glasses on the top of your head. Hey, where did I put my glasses? Everybody laughs at you on top of it. He says, what you want to achieve is already achieved. What do you want to achieve? The Shastra prompts you and says, think. Think. You pursued a lot of Artha Kama. Artha Kama include everything. Material wealth, recognition, Putra, Pautra, Sambandhi. So much titles, accomplishments, everything you have. But at the end of having it all, why are you not able to confront yourself? Why? When you are alone, you should be able to say, no, I got this title, I got that title, I got that. You should be proud of all that. But after thinking of all that, there is a thought which comes. Hey, what did I achieve by getting all this? Koi puchta hi nahi humko. You look at all those old certificates. Nobody is bothered about it. Well, now you find you have a huge library, 6,000 books. You dust them, and then your grandchild comes and says, look, I have a Kindle in which I have 60,000 books. Who wants all this junk? Tata, throw it away. So, what is shaping your narrative? Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. The Shastram comes and tells you that you're already a Krita Kritya. You have achieved what you have got to achieve. You just have to recognize it. So what is my purpose? What is my fundamental quest? What's my fundamental problem? My fundamental problem is I feel insignificant. My fundamental problem is I feel that I'm a nobody. I want to become somebody. I want to become significant. Becoming isn't time. What becomes, the B can go away. You can come back to the original. So there is no longer a becoming. there is a being. You have to recognize that you were never insignificant in the first place. You are assuming an insignificance because of identification with insignificant stuff. The body is limited. You are identified with the body and feel limited. It says identify with the Chaitanyam and see the limitless. And this jnanam is given to you by Shastram. And the Shastra is the only source for giving this knowledge. So when I say Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam, it means I accept the Pramanitvam of Shastra. I accept Shastra as the ultimate source of this knowledge. I am feeling limited. I am feeling insignificant. The only source for removing that insignificance is Shastra. In Shastra, I have Pramanitvam, Pramana Buddhi. I understand that is the source of knowledge for me. And how will the Shastra work for me? The Shastra will work for me, Guru Mukhena. So when I say Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam, my mind is on all that I've studied. The Gurus, I seek the company of people who study this. We have Satsanga with people who have known this knowledge and who have known this correctly. Not doing speculative this, that. Ye bhi padho, wo bhi padho. This philosopher says something. That philosopher says something. Buddhist says, some people know, we are also following Buddhism. That means you are following nothing. And when you are having, see, I am giving you a Shastra, a source which will solve your problem. You say, no, I am also checking with, what are you checking with Buddhism? Hey, no reflection on all those. I'm just saying, there are people. I'm a committed Buddhist following and I also come to this. Hey, then you are neither here nor there. Na idhar ke, na udhar ke. There's a beautiful saying in Hindi. Dobi ka gada. Na ghat ka, na ghar ka. You neither belong to that cleaning place, not belong to the house. No vyavastha for this person. There is no abhyabhicharani bhakti. So, Mahichananya then comes. That is the Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. Okay? Commitment to the Shastra as a source for solving the fundamental problems. Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. And it is not some sporadic thing. Once in one they say, no, in Tamil they say, Adi one day, as Amavasya, not that way. Nityatvam, committed reflection, nididhyasanam of the Shastra. Two things happen. When you do Adhyatma Jnana Nitya, Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam, when the settled purpose pursuit takes place, other things like Amanitvam, Adambitvam, all that become meaningful pursuits which are aligned with that. Initially, when you start Amanitvam, Adambitvam, things like that, there is a little deliberate. You don't try to become an Amani. You drop Manitvam. What is Manitvam? Pride. You don't go to be free from pride. You just drop pride. How do you drop pride? You take these achievements not as your own achievements. You am standing on shoulders of people who are great visionaries. So I'm able to see farther than that vision. Suppose you have an ability. You don't say it is my ability. So I'm blessed with this ability. So Amanitvam is, you don't cultivate Amanitvam, you drop Manitvam. You drop Dambitvam. Dambitvam is blowing your own trumpet. You stop, you put the trumpet aside. Sometimes you don't pay others to talk of your glory. Dambitvam. You don't become Ahimsavadi, you stop doing Himsa. You don't become Anahankara, you drop Ahankara. Ahankara can be dropped by Mahichananya Yogena Abhyabhicharini, Bhakti Abhyabhicharini. Manitvam, Himsa, Dambitvam can be dropped by Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. So when you focus this value you start working on, those values become meaningfully. There's just one more value. Tattva, yeah. Tattva, Jnana, Artha, Darshanam. We will see that in our next session. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahisha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samastha Skino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasya Shalinim Deshoyam Shobharahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai Swami Dayananda Maharaj ki Jai Bole Shankar Kumari Jai Jai Shri Ram Jai Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Bajrang Bali ki Jai Om Namah Shivaya. We'll meet again next week and see one more value. Jnanartha Darshan. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice session today.
Om.
Thanks. Hari Om.
Om.